Hello and welcome to
Hey Team TV.
Intense. Right, today we have got a bit of a treat in store for you. Today we are going to do part one of our machinery tour. Then that'll be followed by part two and then part three when they get released. So a little bit of a breakdown. We are going to start with the one machine that at the moment is broken. Dead. And then we are going to wander our way around everything else. Today, part one is going to be the tractor tour. And we're going to kick this off with our lifting equipment. So what do we have here, Ads?
Well, Justin, today we have our forklift, our little Doosan D18S forklift. And, well, it's a little bit broken. Come, show you. So the starter motor has completely obliterated, broken off and gone into the gearbox and flywheel. As you can see, it's broken here. It's a little bit poorly, a little bit wobbly. So we are waiting for a new starter motor. Fingers crossed it will be here within 24 hours. But as everyone knows, we got the coronavirus and all the crap that goes with it. So who knows when it'll be here, but we're promised 24 hours.
So a few of the good points on this forklift, to help us store more stuff, it's really small. We looked at a slightly bigger one and we thought, you know, in a shed, it's a bit too cumbersome. It's a tiny little forklift. Literally anyone could drive this forklift. There's no fly-by-wire, there's no electrics. It's literally hydraulic, 3 hydraulic levers, side shift, up and down, crowd tilt. Absolutely amazing, simple
But
forklift.
there is one thing. She doesn't go through walls yet, does she, Justin?
What do we have to bring that up?
We tried.
Okay, whilst we're here, the brakes may have failed a while ago, and I went through that wall, which I haven't quite fixed and repaired yet. Thank you, Adam. You wait till one of your beep ups come into topic. Another great thing about this little forklift is it lives in dust, and we're told by the guys that come out fixing them, dust is usually the number one thing that kills a forklift, especially in the quarries and things like that. She lives in dust. There's no electrics on it. Simple. If you're going to look for purchasing a forklift, highly recommend a Doosan. We've had her in here now, what, 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years easy.
5 years, runs like a dream, unbelievable.
And minimal maintenance.
And very minimal maintenance, coming from him, who fixed everything.
Don't need to fix this one. It never goes wrong, apart from the starter motor, obviously.
Apart from the start, so bit of hypocrite of what we just said, but like, you know, very, very minimal things go wrong in it. So, lifting equipment. First, we're going to start off with Whiz. Whiz is our little ad.
Hey?
Fine. Whiz is our little 51640. She is a little dream. We call her Whiz, W-Y-Z. On number plate, so it just became a little bit of a nickname for the little telehandler, which we thought was funny.
Everyone thinks it's funny and calls it Whiz, but that's another story.
It's funny, and he's just being obnoxious. But anyway, she, to drive, is
amazing, but you don't want to drive her with the boom up in the air because you get to pull wheelies.
She's only 6 foot wide, so her ground base is a bit narrow. So any of the lads that are driving her are told to drive with the boom, basically just off ground level. Else the centre of gravity is too high.
51640, so it's a 1.6 ton lift and a 4 metre reach. Right.
She is powered by a cooler engine, if you can see there. And so far, we, apart from having one puncture, which was our fault, we haven't had a problem, have we, Ad?
Not yet. wood.
She is a fully electric joystick, and the shuttle is also on it on the little switch underneath. Has, unfortunately, a load sensor. I don't know anyone else that has load sensors, but they usually drive us absolutely nuts. But we may have it taken to more of the other end, or had it altered, if that makes sense to some of you. Little simple handbrake down the side. Steering wheel is a steering wheel, but generally just really simple, does the job. And we didn't want a second forklift for out in the yard because of our yard not being dead smooth like concrete, and the tarmac was put down by me and it's a little bit ripply. This has got pneumatic tyres, not solid tyres like the forklift, so it grips and goes anywhere.
So basically, she is based on a skid steer, but with a telehandler body.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
But absolute little gem.
She's all hydrostatic, and she is absolutely amazing.
She's our best purchase of 2019.
She'd be really good for a yard scraper or around the yard.
Yeah.
For that sort of jobs, wouldn't
Those of you who think a massive telehandler's needed, not a chance. We love little telehandlers, as you'll see in a second. Here we have our 53660, which is 6 metre reach. We looked at the 7 metre reach, we didn't really need it, so we just went 6. Some cool little things. Obviously, everyone knows about the Series 3 cab. We did not get the Series 3 cab. We went for the Series 2 cab, which, as you can see here, has got the rail there, not the smooth glass going to the top. Reasons why we got hell of a deal on this. It was brand new. It was one of the last.
One of the last on the production line.
It was one of the last on production line, and it does the same thing. Apart from a bit of glass and a few little, things around the cab, it's not really a lot different.
There's no difference apart from the cab.
Yeah.
That is it.
Some of you JCV fanatics out there are going to go and message me and go, there's loads of difference on the new one. Oh, we've got to have a new one. You don't. Deals. Look for deals. Those of you that are youngsters and you're sort of getting into the agricultural world, if you can buy something new and not have to pay extra money for it, why not have it? Ads.
So, the Agri Pro is totally different. This is the top range model that JCB do. So she's fully hydrostatic around the yard, and at 12 mile an hour, she will cut out, then go on to manual gearbox. Or auto, depending on what you got it set in.
We went for the top end LED lighting system, extra lights in the front, lights in the back, lights up on the boom, because when stacking bales, especially midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, like a lot of you other guys probably do as well, it is great having the yard lit up. The Merlot, what was the old Merlot we had?
32.6.
32.6. Nothing wrong with it. We loved it to bits. Had it for a long time. We had one, same one before that. Nothing wrong with those Merlots. We just got offered a better deal on the JCB when on a changeover. That was pretty much the thing that took it away from Merlot. We wouldn't knock Merlots. Did loads of towing them. For anyone that says it's going to tow, they do. But obviously we've gone this way now. What happens in the future, don't know. Deals pretty much all matter. We're not really, die hard. It's what the dealer can offer us, and we sort of go with that.
And this machine, she is made for towing. She's got a 145 horsepower engine, and you've had no trouble towing with her, have you?
No. Tows, pulls like a dream. Real good at out in the field, comfortable, which is another thing. Merlot was a little bit more uncomfortable. So obviously I got better seating here, better lighting. The Merlot let down on light a little bit, but obviously we didn't have the top lighting package at the time on that. Probably could have gone for it.
On your pickup, that's a big difference now in the dark view, isn't
Yeah.
it?
This has also got the camera as well, which is a godsend, absolute godsend, game changer. Here we have our
Merlot 27.6.
27.6. Again, it is one of Merlot's smaller machines. It is not a big telehandler. Dad and Adam use this one more with cattle and around the yard because it's just functional to get around.
And our low buildings.
And our low buildings.
Perfect for the low buildings.
which you two have taken 2 roofs out this winter.
Yes, we have.
As he wants to bring in my brakes, I'll bring in their brakes.
Yes, we have, and I'm proud to say we have.
And that's probably Muggins has got to fix the roofs. He fixes machinery. I do freaking DIY. Can you turn your phone off?
I have now.
Always going to be interrupting things. Here is inside the new Merlot cab. Now, we know that some other YouTubers have displayed the Merlot cab recently. Well, we are used to having Merlot for a very long time. Now, Merlot, take note if you're listening. We do not like the park brake over here. The park brake should be up there, where you can reach it. Easy. By the joystick. Also, can you lot get rid of this ruddy trigger that all we all do is tape up like this? Okay? Another problem we have on this is the key to start is hidden all the way under here. The only good thing with the key being hidden under there, if someone tries to come and jump in your Merlot and nick it, they're going to spend at least 3 hours looking for the key, because the other little red key which locks the boom is going to be the only thing they see, and they're going to spend probably 3 hours locking and unlocking the boom, and then feeling like morons when they actually find the key. But other than those 3 little issues, don't have a problem with the machine. The machine operates absolutely phenomenal. She is like staggeringly quick on the road for a little handler.
She's 40k.
She's 40k.
Right, so they've actually put the fans on top now and the condenser underneath, so that air is being drawn down through. Whereas our old Merlots used to be the other way around, so the air was being drawn up through, which didn't make sense. So if the dirt's falling on the roof, it's actually being drawn down through now and not pulled up through. So it never worked. It used to block the condenser up, burn the fans out, always went wrong. So in her, she is powered by Kubota, and she is about 80 horsepower power, plenty big enough for what the machine is.
But something we do like about this motor in the tractor is they still have the radiator vertical and not horizontal. One of the biggest things, other than the price on us changing to the JCB, was that Merlot went to the horizontal radiator, and like just thinking about that logically didn't make sense to us, because obviously dust goes up, comes down, settles. We know it reverse fan drived, but it hadn't been proven long enough to make us want to buy that, you know, typical starter radiator yet. You know, it's just come on the market. So yeah, that was just a big factor of why obviously we've kept this sort of model and why we changed to the JCB telehandler. Now we're going to go through our New Hollands. Now we're big New Holland fans, New Holland advocates, absolutely love them. As a family, we've had a long-standing relationship with going all the way back to Fiat and going forward to New Hollands now. It does kill me to say that we did have 2 John Deeres, being 6610s, but if you're a John Deere fan, we did love the 6610s.
It was a good tractor.
Then the 6610 became a 6. What did it become?
We're not John Deere fans, so
no,
we don't know.
Whatever the 6610 became was more its downfall in our eyes. We didn't buy it, didn't like what they were doing, and at that time we changed to New Holland and have not looked back ever since. We started off on the transition with the TS115 Delta, which was basically a squashed New Holland. So it was on like low profile wheels, cab was squashed down, which gave us a 115 horsepower tractor, which was lower for our cattle buildings at the time. Obviously before we went and started investing in telehandlers, when at that time we had 650 head of beef here rather than making hay. Now these are both T6s. and we love T6s. We did have T7 210 and we did have a T7 200.
Right, this is our New Holland T6 175. This one, she is a 4-cylinder tractor, not a 6. So for me, I love New Hollands, but this is their biggest downfall. The T6 we have over there, they don't make them anymore. This is what it is. They've gone for a multi-purpose tractor. So my biggest downfall negative for this is it's too big a tractor for the 4-cylinder engine.
Yeah, what Az is on about is the bonnet is too long. Right, they've chucked all bigger radiators, and I don't know if you can see, if I zoom in through the grille, there's actually space in the front here where there's not actually anything, so you could lose like 6 inches, but by having a 4-cylinder with a long nose, you're losing the manoeuvrability of the tractor, which is what we loved about them.
And the engine isn't as powerful enough, so the tractor's too heavy for the engine. Personally, that's my. People might love them, and she's a lovely tractor. She does everything she's asked for. But if we look to get one again, it would be the T6 180, the 6-cylinder.
So as we're saying, here's the bonnet. Like the nose is like nothing, right? Which stops your tractor being as long. Now, at the moment, it's set up on a head trimmer and even got weight in the front, but the manoeuvrability, we can go in and out of a corner without having to pull out, shunt around. Manoeuvrability, fantastic. Even getting trailers, we can put some of the young lads, train them up on this really quickly, put them on the big 27-foot trailers, bringing bales in, and because they haven't got the long nose, they're just manoeuvrable, they get through gateways, doesn't cause a problem. Like some of you might say, oh, lads should just be able to drive better. That's fine. We try to teach like any of the guys like properly, and giving them a tractor that better suits their needs and makes things easier for them to learn, you know, means that they don't end up wrecking trailers, wrecking tractor, catching things, having problems. Some other little things also, we used to have a T6 140 as well. This is 160. We really didn't want to get rid of the 140, but Adam and I'll explain why the 140 went and why the 210 went in a bit. A few other things. We had the Zoidberg or Zoidberg or whatever everyone wants to call it, front linkage put on, which to this date been pretty nice. You've driven it more than I have.
One of the best linkages. It's simple. It's a simple, effective linkage.
So that we're happy with. Right, we'll go on the back half on this one first because it's easier, because the head trimmer's on the other tractor. Add.
Right. So as you can see on the back of our tractor, we are running. Well, this is my fault actually. Let's go back to tyres a minute. Let's get this out of the way before Justin steps in.
Right.
When we got this tractor, it was put on. They set it on narrow tyres, so it come on 520s standard. But obviously we've done a deal where they said you can have any size tyre free of charge. So we'll stick the tyre size you want it. Adrian and Justin wanted 600s on them, like we always run 600s on the New Hollands. I said it's free, let's get 650s. But they've turned out to be a bit of a pain really, because they're wider than the tractor. We struggle to get through things. So every day I hear about this.
So if I just come back, if you see the size of the shoes on this girl compared to the freaking stilettos on this one, if I come back here, massive difference. But she does float well on wet ground.
Yeah, she does.
Adds.
See? Told you.
If we come over here on the T6 140, which is a slightly older one, obviously the hydraulics are all kept in one bunch over there. These taps are to change the oil flow from one set of spools to the front linkage on the front. Just a simple way of doing it. I know some people have it plumbed in differently or plumbed in from underneath the hydraulic chest. We just went this way. Both tractors have both got air lines, or we've put air lines on them, but they've got air brakes on them with air tanks. So we can put on air brake trailers. On the new 175, obviously the hydraulic's been split. We've also got an extra set of spools. That one we got three sets. This one we got 4 sets. The 175 also, we quite like it because they've moved the hydraulics. It's all spread it out a bit, so it's not quite as, doesn't seem as bunched, especially when we're going back and hitching up equipment. Another change that they made is the drawbar is now back on the back. On the 160, the drawbar is over on the side by the steps. Personally, I prefer it on the side by the steps. Ads?
I prefer it by the steps as well. It's just in the way there for everything.
Yeah.
If we want to get in here, do anything, you know, from the steam hydraulics or anything, it's always in the way.
It's kind of...
Yes, you could take it off and leave it somewhere, but this is our farm, and when we take things off and leave somewhere, it magically disappears.
Yeah.
So we just best leave it on the tractor, to be honest.
But again, back here we can see the point. Obviously, it's there. You can move it to there. But functionally, of most of our things are on the pickup hitch. We don't use a clevis very often. It's kind of best suited to be on the side of the tractor. So, gearboxes, ads.
Right, gearboxes on the T6 160 is just your standard Ford electro command gearbox that's been around for years, and obviously if you know yourself about Fords, the electro command has been around for years and years and years. It is a simple gearbox. T6 175, we have gone for the all singing, all dancing dynamic command, which personally I think they messed up here. It's not as well as they make out it is. It's meant to be seamless, but it's not seamless. It's very juddery, but it does the job, and it does do the job. And you've got the auto stop, so obviously you can put your foot on the brake without doing the clutch. It was ideal for loader work, but we find when you're around baling with it, all it wants to do is pressurise. It just feels like the tractor's pressurising all the time. It's not good for what we want it for. But otherwise than that, the tractors do what we want them to do. But I do not rate the dynamic command gearbox.
Again, on comparison of the two, we went for the upgraded light, not the top range of lights, because that's 3 lights on each corner. We went for 2 on each corner on this one. My man uses the 175 for baling. The 165 is used by usually Charlie Boy or Ty in the summer when we're bringing bales in, or can have an extra tedder on it. Just for a bit of fun, this is Adam's homemade guard, which is excellent, and this bit here is my modification because I bent it.
So he bent it, turning full lock into it on a weirdest, stupidest angle ever you could possibly think of, because he's just in. So I had to remodify it, straighten it all out, and bend it properly. That's why it actually looks all right now. Well, it didn't look all right.
Here we have our 2 delivery vans. Well, 1 delivery van. Here's a Silver Fox, which is a Nissan Cabstar, which is a little dream.
Yes, she has been everywhere, this van.
She's been dropped on, she's been hit,
She's been bent. The bumper's held on by cable ties.
Adam did crash in to
The Transit.
He crashed into our Transit with one of the other lads driving.
And it was only a couple of days old.
And it was a couple of days old. That was when it was brand new.
Yeah.
But Nissan Cabstars, if looking for a van, use its hardly any fuel.
The only thing I would say, another negative, is she's rubbish. No,
be precise.
She's a brilliant van. She's so light on the back, she has just got no grip for anything. So rain, slight gravel, she will spin.
Yeah, you touch a strand of grass, you phone for help and get a tow.
Join the AA.
But as long as you're on solid tarmac or concrete,
She's good to go. She's spot on.
Here's the Honey Badger. God rest her soul. Awesome truck. At the moment, current status is
Dead.
half dead. I'm going half dead.
I'm just dead.
He's going dead. I'm going half dead. No news to report as such. For any of you who saw the RIP
This is where
video.
we towed it back, and this is where she ended up. That That's where she is stored.
So that's why she's not in the circle, because she's behind the other van, because we couldn't move her.
And there's no way we can bother to move her as well.
Don't be like that, I love her.
You can have her, mate.
So welcome to the world of trucks, and we love trucks. We have the Mitsubishi L200 Barbarian, we have a Ford Ranger 2.2, and we have a Ford Ranger Wildtrak 3.2.
Right, so this is my truck. As you can see, Mitsubishi Barbarian Black. Limited edition, only made 500 of these. And she is one hell of a truck. I absolutely love her, she is my baby. 19 plate, she's totally 2.4 litre engine. Don't get me wrong, you won't want to tow with her. She is absolutely useless at towing, real useless at towing. So she is just.
What happened to your clutch ads?
Yeah, it didn't go very well. Public transport took many bullocks. You can see she is all black, hence Barbarian Black. So the whole trim is completely black and none of that chrome.
What did you wish you had?
One biggest mistake, I wish I really did go for it, is I wish I had a canopy on there for the dog. Because if you come this way, bearing in mind this is a brand new truck. The dog makes a mess.
Good old Reg.
Look at the windows, look.
Smeared.
As you can see as well, running BF coverages, all terrain, and I must say again, I feel like a big moaning bugger. Because these tyres, everyone goes on about these tyres and they're crap. They are absolute rubbish. The third one we had General Grabbers, and they were the best tyre I've ever had. Because I had a truck like this, but it's white, but it's evolved and it crashed, and so that went. So we had General Grabbers on that, and they were brilliant. But on this one, we started to get people singing all dancing bloody BFGs, and they're absolutely rubbish.
Why were you in a crash ads? Right, here is our out and out work truck that any of the lads drive. It is white. We didn't buy this brand new, bought this second hand. It is a crew cab, not a double cab. As you can see, we've locked the Brothers of Destruction in it, so they're out our way. Hello Reg and Rhino. It is a little dream. Handles well, pulls like a train. Anyone that has got a Ranger or Ford Ranger should know that they seem to just be unstoppable. Well, we find it, and this is our fourth one. I'm on my third, and this is the first one by the farm alone. It's got a 2.2 engine, so this one's not on AdBlue because it meets emissions. You got to give her a little bit more on the throttle whilst towing, but other than that, yeah, just handles awesomely. Here is the 3.2 Wildtrak with full body kit on. It was offered in the deal. This isn't the brand new shape. This is the shape before, which I was offered at a cheaper price with a full body kit than getting the brand new model. So that's what we went for. Got 20-inch alloys, which are also black. Everything on it is black, pretty much like Adam's. But I went and got a canopy that he took the piss out of and then wish he had one. So when I've got two dogs and they are absolutely crap high and wet, I can just stick him in the back. He has to put his in the cab.
Red was instructive then.
He was cute and adorable then, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's not now.
Then he turned into a moron. But yeah, as you can see, I got that extra large mud guards on.
You can see, Justin has gone really well. He has got the Generals.
He got cocky, went for his BF Goodrich.
All dancing.
I stay with what I know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everyone knows the saying. So my truck isn't that untidy. I've just got a towel from surfing, and my other half seems to always need a bloody blanket. It's not actually for the dog. Women tend to need more things than blokes. So most of the things in here are hers when she takes it out. Obviously, it's got the nice leather covered dash, and interior is all black, apart from a little bit of orange. One of my favourites, Polaris Ranger, absolutely epic. Love it to bits.
No idea.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It's awesome.
It is the biggest piece of junk ever bought on the farm. Don't rate him at all. Polaris is an absolute waste of time.
Well, he doesn't need a driver, does he?
I don't.
I find, me personally, it handles amazingly. If we got a new fuel filter recently, which we haven't yet, it'd be a little bit better. She really needs a fuel filter, and it's on order, and that's all we know. Anyway, nice little boot space. Basically, it's it's a farm wheelbarrow at the end of the day. It is just for carrying stuff around.
I'd rather use a wheelbarrow than use a...
He'd rather use a wheelbarrow and use her. He lies because he doesn't actually like lifting stuff up and moving stuff around. But we have, as you saw in a video recently when I was fixing part of the shed, we had a really sick set of tyres put on her, and she's nippy. She's really nippy. We also did have a Kawasaki, rest in peace, which died in a flood because someone else was at the other end, and my old man had a bow wave and then had to stop, and water went up the exhaust and cooked it. So we had that written off and haven't replaced it yet. But usually we do have 2 RTVs or RTV type things on the farm. At the moment, she's having to do all of it, and to be honest, you can't fault her. She is doing what my old man would do and what we would do.
Yeah, she's doing what she's been asked of.
So she is doing that. Adam just doesn't like her. He would probably prefer the old Kubotas. We used to have Kubotas.
Yeah, the Kubotas, you can't go wrong with the Kubota. I wish we did have another Kubota.
That's the old type, not the new type.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Bomb-proof, that was.
That's the old type, not the new type. The new type, yeah, we decided not to go with that.
We tried one, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was good, because at that particular time, we were doing different things with her, and
Yeah.
the back wouldn't have worked, would it?
No.
But now, with that farm policy changed,
You never know.
it would work.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got this piece of rubbish, so there we go.
I love her. We could sell you, that'd be easier.
No one would want me there.
To the highest bidder, I will sell you him. Make an offer, leave it in the comment below. Now, hopefully he doesn't have a wet dream now. R2 Fast Track 4220s. 4220s, that's what we like to call them. They are 220 horsepower.
6 pocket. You need to stop doing that.
I'm not cutting that out. 220 horsepower, go again.
Go again, so go.
I just did it!
Go again.
Here. Right, he's probably now going to have a wet dream. Here are 4220s, or what we like to call the 4220s. 220 horsepower JCB fast tracks, and he will definitely agree with me. We absolutely love them.
Absolutely. What a tractor.
Comfortable to drive, so smooth on road and so smooth off road. Hardly feel a thing when we're going across fields. A few little things with this. First, I want to get to, if you're a JCB rep or anything, or anyone wants to offer hit or a deal from JCB one day, if we manage to do anything, even though the two of us do is mess around, you're not dealing with him because he will cave at a free pen. So he's banned from dealing. But these two, we love them. Do you want to go through tyres on yours and mine, please?
Right. We are running 600s all right. We could have had the 540s, for an even bigger turning circle, but they are narrow.
Isn't it funny that a fast track tyre is nearly as tall as you? Nearly.
So as I said, we are running 600s, not 540s. We had the option to look at 540s for a better turning circle because the yards we go in, but 600s better in the field. As we've seen now, we've got a wet winter. We've gone off rolling and all that. The fields are still wet down here, and we're not cutting up at all. It is a phenomenal weighted machine.
Do you want to go the difference between my tyre and your tyre?
Do now. So I'll move on again then. So on mine was brand new from the factory. So we decided to go for, instead of Trelleborgs, which they come on from standard apparently, we decided BKTs. I know there's a lot of things surrounding BKTs because a lot of people hate them. Apparently they have their problems, apparently they crack, they split, whatever. We have never had a problem with BKTs. They are the tyre for us. Justin's tyres, again, they're 600s. We bought his as a demo, and he is on Trelleborgs. I mean, I can't comment on these tyres because I don't drive this machine, so Justin will have to explain that one.
Now, on these Trelleborgs, they are supposed to be able to run at 5 psi. So if you're doing a lot of variable work, you can let the ground pressure right down, so you're not putting too much ground pressure down on your ground and causing too much compaction, which is really useful. But we don't do a huge amount of ploughing or reseeding unless we really have to. Now, as a funny thing Adam should say about tyres cracking, on my Trelleborgs, they are starting to crack and split here, here, and basically near around the rim. There's another one down the bottom. I'm not showing every single one, but you get the point. But they generally are very hard wearing. They're doing a lot of road miles, they're doing a lot of field work. Both tyres at the moment are equally wearing very well. We haven't lost a lot of tread, and they're operating absolutely fine. A few little things on the back halves as we're at the back of them. We have cameras on the back of both. If you've seen some of the other videos, we have gone on about cab cams. Adam fitted cab cams to the trailers, or the new trailers that we got, and it again is a bit of a game changer. When you have a screen just to your right hand side and you can see your hitch, which Adam's is down for some reason, which he's forgot to lift up, it's just totally different. Instead of having to turn right around and look in a mirror and kind of guess and judge, it is so much simpler to start using the screen and way more comfortable. Also, when you get to night time, they go infrared, so you can still see your hitch in the dark, and also even if you didn't have lights on.
As Justin said, I left my hitch down. Well, the reason I left my hitch down, people, is because I'm showing you that on the fast tracks, why we need a camera, they are not push-out hitches. They are just, that's the only thing about fast track as well that I don't like. I don't know why it can't be a push-out hitch, but there we go. That's life. So there we go, people. That is the hitch. That is how far it goes down, and that is why we need a camera.
Sorry, he gets a bit emotional about me sometimes.
Right, the cab, and it is very luxury in these things. We are very, very lucky to sit in these all day. First things first, down here, Justin. The best thing about the cab, the fridge. The passenger seat, again, full leather trim, and it's really, really comfy.
I think it's more pleather, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, we'll go with that one anyway. So we've got full leather in here, heated driver's seat. We've got the set, the forget and set, whatever they call it. So everything, you can just set it and forget about it on your steering wheel. It's full variable. Here's our cab cam screens, which you've seen. That is the JCB computer with all our information on, as you'll see now. And there we go. That's everything we need.
Obviously on the sides, all lighting switch and buttons over on that pillar. Most tractors have that sort of thing anyway.
Climate control.
Climate control.
That's a game changer as well.
The only difference between this fast track and my fast track is I have a PTO front and back.
And you have the fuel pack light.
And I have the field pack lights, so I've got the higher rated lights, but I'm usually mow by night because it's the only time of day I have. So talking lights, the normal LED package is absolutely phenomenal. I had the uprated package because it was an X demo and I would not change a thing. So if you see Adam's lights, if he goes and points next to his exhaust stem, his are the normal sort of rugby ball shape, egg shape, and they do the job, they give him the light he wants. If he points to mine, on the side of mine, they are square light-ish spots, but the lighting on them is absolutely unbelievable. Now, when I'm mowing night times, it makes such a difference, I can't quite describe. I used to mow with a T7210, and before that I mowed with a T7200, and before that I mowed with a MX110. The lights on this are totally beyond all of them, so I would not change a thing on that. But since we've had these two, we are phenomenally delighted. They are doing everything we asked of them. Power is unbelievable. The power on these two are a pair of Sisu engines, basically the same engine as a Fergie. Got loads of guts to them, pull, power, everything we want to. At the moment, it is the tractor for us. But at the moment, do we need a third? At the moment, in the future, it is a goal, but we're more likely to have 3 New Hollands first. At some point, we are kind of under-tracted at the moment. When changing to these fast tracks, we had to make a big decision and bite the bullet. For one, we changed in a MX110 and a T6050, which was a bit gutting because 6050 been here a long time, never caused us a problem, and we really love the tractor. If maybe one day we could find her again, the same one, we might purchase her back.
Sentimental.
I'm not sentimental but much, but the T60, the 6050, I really loved.
Like a woman.
Then on the other one, we swapped back a T7 210 and a Ford Ranger Wild Track, one that we had, and that's how we came to be with 2 fast tracks. So we had to lose 4 vehicles to gain 2. It has worked so far. We are sometimes we think we're under-tracted. We could do with 1 more tractor, but with having extra telehandlers, that does take the pressure off. But something in the future would be to upgrade to having 5 field tractors again. Well, thank you for watching our tractor tour, part 1 of our machinery tour. If we have nattered on too much, we apologise.
I apologise for talking too much rubbish.
But we thought we would try and do this with a little bit more specifics and a little bit of finesse to it, rather than just wandering around a farm going, this is a tractor, that is a tractor. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment below on anything you've seen. If you haven't yet done so, please
Subscribe.
And
ring that bell.
Also,
give it a like.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.